again, YouTube. Out for another ride. It's not as windy today. Not going anywhere special really. I'm just going to go out to a road called Spicewood Springs, which is kind of heading downtown area, but not quite downtown, just north of downtown. Just gonna do a loop through there. It's a nice little road, and then head back. Got another message from a viewer. He has purchased an R1250RS, and as I've said before, these are kind of hard to come by, these bikes. A lot of people just get whatever is in stock, even if it's not the color they want, or if you really want to, get the one you want, you're going to have to order it. In this case, that's what this guy did. He's living down in Georgia, and so it's being shipped from Germany to BMW's port of entry, which is New Jersey, and they'll ship it down to him. So it's going to be some weeks before he gets it, but hopefully I've asked him to give me his first impressions after he gets the bike. Has a go on it. It's good to hear. This is a great bike. It's fun. And it should be selling a lot more than it is. So hopefully in the near future I'll see some more of these bikes on the road around where I'm cruising around. It'd be nice to see somebody with an RS. Occasionally I've mentioned in other videos, I'm having some trouble with this bike with neutral on different occasions. Sometimes I'll just stop and put it in neutral because the car behind me has already stopped and I don't have to worry about someone rear-ending me. So I typically, if I'm a little fatigued, my hands, I'll just take them off the handlebars, put it in neutral. And then trying to get it in first from that position, I'd say 80%, 70% of the time it goes in no problem. And this first gear has a very telltale clunk, so you know you're going into first gear. But then there's another problem that I've had where I'm coming to slow down and come to a stop, and I hit it into first gear, and it clunks down into first gear, but it doesn't actually go into first gear, it's in neutral. And so as you can imagine, that if you don't look down, you think you're in first, and you go to take off and you're in neutral. So I'm in the habit of now constantly looking at my TFT to make sure that it's actually in first. There's also been a couple of other times where I'm going from neutral to first, or first to neutral, or whatever, and the gear icon on the TFT display completely disappears. There's just nothing there. It doesn't say neutral, doesn't say N, doesn't say 1, 2, nothing. It's just kind of in no man's land. And then I have to kind of slam on the shifter a little bit. Not slam, but I have to re-engage it or hit it. and then it goes, okay, nobody coming, and then it goes into neutral or first or whatever gear I'm looking for. So, and I'm hyper aware of that because I did, back in another video mentioned, I did drop this bike, went down the street to look at some new houses, and it was a dead end. They had it all blocked off, and there was no cul-de-sac or anything. It was just this dead-end street, and I had to turn around on a kind of a tight U-turn. So I downshifted into first and went to do the U-turn, but the clunk I heard and felt was actually neutral. And when I went to give it some gas to pull out of that turn, the U-turn, there was no power. It, couldn't keep the bike up straight, and the bike just went right over. This area, Austin, off the motorcycle topic, is pretty hot. A lot of people wanting to move here, and a lot of big IT companies moving here. Austin's been in the news a lot. A lot of people from California siphoning or filing out of California and heading over here. Cost of living here is definitely less expensive than California, but one thing you do have to keep in mind is property taxes here are very high, and they're based on the annual value of your home, so your property taxes go up. And because of all this moving and attention on this market, the real estate market is very hot here, and houses are selling way over market value. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. I've been talking to neighbors and whatnot, and we're all very concerned about this. But when you kind of balance it all out, gas is much less expensive here, food and a lot of other things are much cheaper here than they are in California or some other states like probably New York or Connecticut even. Yeah, property taxes, look into that before you make the jump. The bigger your house, the bigger your property, the bigger your tax bill. So we just entered that road, Spicewood Springs. Ooh, that one gives you that gives you a roller coaster feel, that little bump there. But this is a nice road. It's smaller and not as long as the Lime Creek Road out by Lake Travis, but it's a very nice, comfortable ride. It's got a little bit of curves here and there. And the creek goes through here. There's a little creek.